Hello everyone, Groskamp here from Team Infinity, and today in this video I want to talk about the INFINITY IF14-2TE, the Team Edition, and I want to talk about the carpet setup. And I have been running a carpet track a few times now, and it's a very tight, small track. So therefore I also want to talk about my setup that I'm working on at the moment for the IF14-2TE. This setup also might work on an outdoor track, but especially focus is the tight small track. So this track, what I'm gonna show you now, is a track that it's a little bit small for touring car, but it's actually really great to drive and great to test. But because of the tight corners, you need a lot of steering. So first a small clip from this track. So as you can see, yeah, the speed is not very high in the corners. It's a very small track, tight track. And first time I came there, I came with a fairly standard setup. Quickly I tried some things, and I came up with some nice ideas. So I want to show you my car and what I changed on the car to get more steering and just to make a faster lap times in this track. So come and have a look. So as you can see here, my car with my latest setup. Yeah, I'm running a modified motor, a 5.0, with a very little boost timing from my Orca speed controller. Also Orca shorty battery, just to have the better balance of the weight, and also the lower center of gravity. I also put on some extra weight on the bottom of the chassis. It's the SMJ plate. It's a 30 gram for the whole battery normally, so this is around 20 grams. And the battery itself weighs only 160 grams, so therefore I put the weight under the battery. And yeah, as you can see, this is the special weights for the shorty battery. Of course, it's only for the modified. For stock you drive a normal battery, of course a bit more capacity battery for more power. But this is the best balance for me. So here's 30 grams in the middle and 10-10. And for me this is the nice weight balance is 49% and 51%, which is very nice for the weight balance, front and rear. Of course, hard arms or the graphite arms, the SMJ lefty springs, 2.5 to 8 front, 2.7 in the rear at the moment. Yeah, so let's go more into detail. And the first things that I really changed from the first practice to the second one, and that's basically the Ackerman. As you can see, the Ackerman, normally the link is very straight or even this way, but now I go here, so I have more Ackerman. I put a 1mm shim here, and at the same time the wheelbase is very short now. I made it also shorter wheelbase of the car because yeah, it's a tight track, so a shorter car is just faster, it just turns more. And because of the shorter wheelbase here, of course Ackerman also gets more. So as you can see also, the Ackerman plate here is 8.0, standard is 8.5. And when I changed to 8.0 I felt I had just immediately more steering and it's more aggressive. And with the wheelbase that I reduced to 0mm here, yeah, the wheelbase is shorter, and of course also the Ackerman change. So this is like pretty much like a maximum Ackerman. And yeah, that just gives a lot of steering on a tight track. I also took off the set screws on the steering blocks, so I have no steering stopper. This is full lock, so it's, I believe it's around 29 degrees. And yeah, again, on a tight track you want to have as much steering throw and not too much yeah, a steering stop. So like some guys, they use 24 or 25 degrees, but that's also usually a bigger track, and this is a tight track, so I use a maximum steering lock. So other things that I thought they were better, wheelbase in the rear, this is a 1mm shim, in the backside it's 3, so also there the wheelbase is short. So yeah, now the wheelbase is 256, normally you are more 257, 258, so it's very short. Yeah, this is a 10K diff. Yeah, harder diff is it gives a bit more rotation in the corner. Also, I reduced the toe in, it's only 2 degrees now. Also, this gives the car more slide in the rear, so you have more rotation, therefore more steering. The roll center at the moment is in the middle position in the rear, but you can't see it, but it's in the down position in the front with a little bit of anti-dive. So yeah, this is pretty much the bigger things that I tried at the moment. Also shock oil, I went down from 475 to even 425, and immediately I thought it has more bite with a softer shock oil. However, the rear was getting a little bit loose, so maybe a good compromise will be 425 front and like 450 in the rear. So yeah, a bit softer shock oil also helps the car a bit. Tire that I'm using at the moment are ETS tires. It's the Matrix 28R, and yeah, they last very long time, and I think they even get better run after run because they get a little bit softer. The additive at the moment, our track, we mainly use the Mighty Gripper Yellow, which works really nice, really fine. So yeah, looking at the chassis, of course, at the moment I'm running a carbon, and the flex for the motor mount is mainly only two screws. For me, this feels the most steering, and as you can see, also I use a steel screw just to get a little bit more stiffer flex, but also the weight more down in the car. I have an aluminium chassis, and I will test it for the upcoming weeks because the traction is improving at the track, and I think there's the time that the aluminium chassis might be faster. So that's also a thing for you to test if the traction gets in more than medium or going to a high grip. Especially high grip, for sure the aluminium chassis should work. Now I see the front. I also have to explain to you about the bump steer. I use a 2.5mm bump steer shim. Also there, give a little bit more steering in the middle of the corner. For me it also works out really well. So as you can see, quite some changes on the setup, especially the Akkerman is I think is interesting to try. Also the softer shock oil works for me really well. Also the shorter wheelbase. So for the upcoming week I have some things to test, especially with the body mounting system now, with the vertical one, the old school one, and now we also have the horizontal body mount system, and I think this can give a little bit more rotation in the car as well. So I will for sure try that one too. The vertical one is of course very easy, stable, and it's easy to mount the body on. And of course the aluminium chassis, I definitely gonna try that for next time to see how the car will behave with a little bit stiffer car, because it's of course all about the corner speed on the carpet track. And yeah, there's of course many other small details to try. We'll go through a lot of things again to try to just maximize the setup with the car that we have now. But yeah, it's so far so good. I feel nice about the setup and the car on the carpet. But there are definitely things that can improve, and I will try very hard in the upcoming weeks to find that setup that I can improve the lap time even more. So yeah, this was my video about the carpet test with the i14-2TE, and what I said before, this setup changes that I did might also help for outdoor tracks, but especially small and tight tracks. So yeah, just give it a try and see how it goes for you. Thank you for watching my video again, and see you next time.